I'm good right where I'm at. I feel like I am on top of the world right where I'm at. I mean, really, I do. I feel like I am on top of the world. Just for the simple fact, I got God in my life. So I feel like I'm already on top of the world. And I don't really get into that celebrity. I work with them, but that's work. Hey, that's work. That's work. And I tell you what, I have learned a lot from a lot of celebrities. The professional side of things. Cause I come in, I wasn't professional at the things I was doing, but I guess God perfected me because I was in demand. So I can't complain. What God gives me naturally, I can't complain about. And that is actually the stuff that I love doing. But yeah. And that's where, I'm not trying to force my God on my children or anything. I'm just trying to let them know who helped me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm bringing all that up. Because I remember when I was trying to do stuff on my own, y'all, I'm telling you, it was so hard. It was like I had so much money. Honestly, I didn't have no worries about money because I knew how to make money illegally and legally. And I was operating out of both ways. Ooh, that's good. That's some good water. But I wasn't worried about money and stuff. But when I gave my life to Christ, it seemed like all my money and friends left. That's what all of it left. I mean, literally, y'all see where I was at last year? I got down to $0. Literally, couldn't buy no food or anything. Whenever I really started living for God, I lost it all. And now, since time has went by, I see why I had to lose it all. I had to lose it all so that I could depend on Him and become stronger in the mind and the heart and the body. Because He knew what I was going to be faced up against. See, when you ain't got nothing, that's when you really run to God. When you ain't got nothing to work with, when you ain't got no friend, when you ain't got nobody else, that's usually when you're running to God. And that's what I did. I ran to God when I got broke. But once I tasted Him, I didn't want to leave. But I ran to Him when I got broke. And once I tried Him, I was like, "Oh, I can't leave. This feeling is good. This feeling of freedom is good, y'all. Oh my God. Oh, I almost went in character. The feeling of freedom. I was finally free. You hear me? I was finally free. When I chose God, let me tell y'all, before I chose God, I was depending on other people to validate me. So I was doing extra things. I was doing more than I should have been doing. I was trying to accommodate for things that I shouldn't have been accommodating for. I was trying to buy friends and stuff. But when I gave my life to God and all that stuff washed off of me, I was like, you know what? I can talk a lot without alcohol. So turns out radio was the right thing for me. And I didn't even know it at that time. Because I can talk a lot with or without it. And let me see. Whenever He washed that stuff off of me and I became free, I no longer needed the validation. You hear me? I no longer needed to invite people to my home or anything. I didn't need all that. It didn't take all that for me to be satisfied. Turns out I'm just satisfied. Turns out half the things I was doing, I was only doing to have friends. That's the only reason I was doing it, to have friends. Y'all, this water is so good. I was doing a lot of things just to have friends. Turn myself out, wearing my body out. just to have friends. And, it turns out that, God showed me a whole new path. When I come up this path, I was in isolation for a while because I didn't really have like any friends that I could really call on, just like that. Once I realized that everybody had left my side, and when I stopped drinking and doing all that stuff, you'll be surprised. Your ace right now is probably not really your ace. I mean, honestly, you could go 20 years, 30 years with people, and that don't mean that they're really on your side. But when you really want to see who's on your side, get saved. Get saved. Start living for God. Start serving people. Start serving people and say, hey, do y'all want to help me get this started? I got an idea. When you start telling people about your ideas, watch and see. Either they're going to sit there and steal it, or either they're going to sit there, help you with it, or either they're going to leave you because they don't believe in you. This makes my 8th year working with people who have cancer and stuff. And I don't give up on it. In November, whatever I raise in October, that's what I'm going to give out in November to some of these people that are going through. My brothers and sisters in Christ, whether they know it or not. So, I just, I chose God. I chose God because He chose me. Because He loved me. When I ain't have nobody else to love me. I mean, I'm talking about not even mama, daddy, brothers, sisters. When I lost it all, I remember the day when I lost it all. I said, dang. I don't know what I'm going to do. People stopped coming around my house when they found out I didn't have any money. They stopped calling me. And finally, reality hit a year later. Hey, you've been waiting all this time and nobody's coming, so you better live. And that's when I started living. And that's what I try to teach my children, is that you can't buy people in your life. I mean, you can, but they're going to be temporary. If you want to know who's real, go through something. Go through the days when you're hungry. Go through the days when you can no longer offer them anything. Go through that and see if they'll still be there. Those that are still there when you have nothing to offer, those are the keepers. But those who only show up when you can offer something, those are the ones you better kind of feed from a long-handed spoon. On the real, because it can damage you like that. And when I see my children struggling, with this mentally ill thing, as a mother, it makes I hurt for them. Yes, I do. But at the same time, it's a different type of hurt and cry. It's not like it would have been if I didn't know God and have these scriptures in me and was living the life that I talk about. Now, if I didn't, it would be hurting and breaking me so bad. I know I would be in the hospital if I was like I was back in the days. I mean, back in the days, I have an anxiety attack if I just poot or something. But now it's like, things are going to happen. And you look for the best in them, even when it's a bad situation. You find you some good in it. And don't let your mind, that's the thing, don't let your mind fool you. Because your mind will tell you that it's over. But when that word of God speaks up in you, it'll tell you there's victory in this. There's something good coming out of this. So you got to be careful that your mind don't play those tricks on you and plant those seeds of doubt. Because our minds will do that. And you know what? It feels good to be home. I am home. I'm just looking around and I'm like, thank you, Lord. Because it feels good up in here. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. And you know, like I said, I left my babies down at my daughter's house. Her and my son, they stay together, so they down there. And it's just really, it's really a blessing. It's a blessing. Every test we go through and we survive, it's a blessing. Even if we got to go through that same test over and over, it's still a blessing. You ought to learn something different each time you go through the test. Each time. So what I'm about to do is just finish straightening up some, because I done clean this counter off. Finish straightening up some and go lay down and watch me a show or something. Give me some rest, because it was a long day. I'm not gonna lie, it was a long day, but we made it. We made it. I didn't call it long while I was going through it. I'll call it long now. Because I didn't want to discourage myself. But I'll call it long now. We made it, though. We made it through. And I'm just, just praying that the Lord will keep my children as He keeps all of you, too. And I'm just praying that no matter what we go through, that God will still be with us, because He said He never leave nor forsake us. So I just pray for that. Whatever God has for us, the enemy sure don't want us to get it. And that's why he's trying so hard to kill us or to disable our minds, disable our bodies, our functions, our ability. Trying to disable our ability. That's not going to work. God is too good. God is too good for that. But yeah, I'm pretty much gonna chill. I do got some work to do, but I'm not gonna do it tonight. Cause like I said, I am tired. That's one thing I learned. If you're tired, take that break, get that rest, and you'll be better off doing it when you're refreshed. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm telling you, a lot of common sense I did not have when I was younger. A lot of common sense I did not have 5 years ago. I looked intelligent. I walked intelligent. I sounded intelligent. But truth was, I didn't have half of what I got now. I didn't have half of what I got now, which is a mind that is really just focused now. A lot more focused on knowing that my well-being, my health and stuff come first. So above my kids and them, I come before they do, when it comes down to my health and stuff. So I make sure that I take that time for me so I can rejuvenate and stuff. I wish y'all could taste my grandma Maddie water out that well. This is the best well water on this side of North Carolina. This is so freaking good. I done drunk like 4 cups sitting here. Just pouring and drinking on these little pretty cups. These little pretty plastic cups. Alright, y'all. But thank y'all for listening. Be sure to go over to Facebook. Like our Facebook fan page. Follow, subscribe on YouTube. My